But how long do you think the process should take? Are you satisfied? Let me start with this. Are you satisfied with the fact that INEC is verifying, doing accreditation and voting simultaneously?
I am very satisfied. Yeah, it's okay.
You don't share the view of those party members who say no, INEC should employ the same method they employed for 2015 elections?
I don't, because the last election we did the same thing. You do accreditation and then you vote. So there is no because you see, when you do accreditation in the morning, then you come back later. Sometimes more than half of people do not return, and that is not good for us. Especially that PDP is expecting to win the election. PDP should want that you do the accreditation and then you go and vote and then you go for your business. So I stand by what INEC has done. I'm 100% satisfied by INEC.
You are convinced that INEC is fair, is a fair umpire in this business?
100% convinced.
It's a very refreshing perspective to get from a PDP member, because we have seen a number of them raising alarm over the conduct of INEC. They are saying that they have fears that the umpire might not be free and might not be unbiased, as it were.
Usually opposition parties make this. When APC was in the opposition, every day APC was crying that PDP was going to rig the election. PDP was going to rig the election. President Buhari never believed that he ever lost an election. He always thought that he had been rigged one way or the other. So the only one that he accepted was when he won. So it is always like that.
What you're saying is that opposition parties will always cry foul.
The opposition parties usually cry foul.
Should we take them seriously? I mean, if this is our usual cry, should we take them seriously when they do?
Yeah, there are issues that you have to take them serious. You assess what they have said, and then look at what they have, and then they determine whether to take them serious or not. There are issues that I, as a member of the PDP, I really don't take them serious. I, as a member, when they do certain things.
What issues are those? Let's hear that.
Maybe no one will come to me as right now.
As now, okay. You have seen also endorsements. The SDP recently, and they were a faction from the PDP. They recently, just yesterday, endorsed President Buhari. How do you feel as a member of the PDP, knowing that these were people who were in your fold?
You know, there are also members of the CUPP, you know, and you see, it's a faction. Some of them would, because of personal problems that they have between them and the leadership of the PDP, they take such an untoward position. I feel sad that they did that, but the other faction will also endorse Atiku.
Post the elections, how would you say that either party manages to temper the mood of the country after the result is out, if either of them should win, if it's your candidate or if it is President Buhari?
For me, the most important thing in this election is whosoever wins, that victory must engender peace. Where the victory does not engender peace, then we are in problem. And from what we have seen, the kind of crowd that both candidates are bringing out, I believe that PDP would win the election, even with a small margin, but I hope that President Buhari will accept defeat. If he does, then it will engender peace. It is if he doesn't, and as an incumbent, then it will cause problem. So actually, whether or not we will have peace at the end of this election is dependent on President Buhari. And given the close relationship between President Buhari and Nasir El-Rufai, the governor of Kaduna State, and what Nasir El-Rufai is saying, and the endorsement of government of what he said, there's going to be a big problem. Because it tells you that the government is not going to accept defeat. The government will do everything possible by even killing people and putting their bodies in body bags.
What if we flip it? What if it is your candidate who loses at the end of the day and President Buhari is returned by INEC as the winner of the elections? How would you say that your candidate should react?
Atiku will accept defeat with equanimity. I'm confident, I'm sure of that, so long as the election is not only credible, but is seen to be credible. Atiku will accept defeat with equanimity. It is the president that doesn't accept defeat. It is the president that doesn't accept this kind of thing.
I'm just wondering, you know, when you look at just how the polls are going and how each candidate is very optimistic that they're going to win, especially when you look at the enthusiasm of the crowd to show up at their rallies, how easy is it going to be for any candidate to say, I indeed accept defeat? Especially when there's room for them to, you know, seek redress if they feel aggrieved in a court of law. How would you say that they react immediately first, even if they intend to still go to the courts to pursue what they think might have been unfair in the polls?
What I believe Atiku is going to do is, if in the unlikely event that INEC declares Buhari as a winner, Atiku will say, we accept what INEC has said, but we are going to challenge it in the tribunal. And he will call upon Nigerians, upon his supporters, to take it calmly, not to do anything that will breach, you know, the peace. And he will now go into the tribunal and fight it to the end. If at the end of the day, at the tribunal, he gets victory there, then all is well. If at the end of the tribunal, he didn't get victory, then he will accept, you know, the position of the law.
I see that what you're saying, is it what you think he will do or what you will advise that he does?
I know it is what he will do. I have been his advisor before, so I know him. He will do that. The problem is not with him. The problem is with the president.